Okay, there we go. Hi, Isha. Welcome to Shebang. We're so happy to have you here today. I'm just gonna get right into it. Said
Of
already.
course.
So I just like my first question for you is, who is Isha? What's your journey in music? Just like give me a background.
Yeah, of course. I am Isha. I am a singer-songwriter originally from New Jersey and now based kind of all over, but mostly in California, like LA area. And I would describe my sound as indie pop, but also pretty genre fluid.
Mhm.
Like for me, the core of it is I like to tell a good story. I like to express my feelings and feel like anyone can listen to the song and feel like they're in their own movie. So I
Mhm.
always say like soundtrack a lot, but I feel like that's genuinely how I approach it. Yeah, right now I have a project that'll be coming out and I Hate Everyone is kind of the first song on the project. And I'm really excited because it feels like this is such a convergence of all the styles that I have been experimenting with for
Mhm.
the past couple of years, but a lot more cohesive and a lot more polished.
Mhm.
So I don't really have the name to share yet of the EP, but at
Oh,
least this,
good.
yeah, this first song is called I Hate Everyone.
That's a mood. Sometimes I feel like that too. But so did you always want to go into music? Was that like your original like career path, career plan, or was this just something you kind of fell into?
I think I am pretty lucky in that I'm good at a few things and the rest I don't even bother with. So I had been pretty hyper focused on music since a young age. I think
Mhm.
my mom taught Indian classical music to me and like the neighborhood kids, and she also eventually fostered a community of like Indian classical music for young kids. And I think I got into it because of the competitiveness of feeling like, oh, I can be the best at this. Like if I just like practice a lot, then I can be the best at this. So singing was kind of my first love just because I felt like I was good at it and that I could get good at it and be better than other people. And I think eventually that filtered out into, okay, I want to be an artist and I want to write my own songs and I want to like create my own world. And that had happened at the age of 13.
Okay, wow.
So,
So,
yeah, I'd say like I think the vision for Isha had been alive since I was like 13 and just kind of chugging along and making sure that it like happens is definitely not something that I fell into. If anything, it's like you're a weed and you're like going against friction, but you just sort of feel like, okay, I've committed. So,
yeah.
yeah.
This is where you're meant to be. I mean, I've been a fan since like 2020, so like
Wow.
I love your music. I'm always excited when you come out with new music, so I'm super excited for this. I wanted to ask like what is this song about, but specifically like what does it like mean to you?
This is such a funny song to ask such a
Like
sentimental question.
sorry.
What does I Hate Everyone mean to you specifically? It's just a fun anthem song. And I
Okay.
think there's something really hilarious about if I just imagine this song coming on at a party or like coming on where like everyone can sing along, even at a concert, just like everyone at the same time just be like, I hate everyone.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you too. And it's like, yeah, we all feel like that. And there's like this kind of sick camaraderie in feeling like, yeah, everyone does not like everyone else. But if I had to go back to when I wrote it, I think I was just having a particularly bad week or frustrating week where genuinely
Mhm.
the song details different people and why I don't like them.
Mhm.
And not in a malicious way, just more in a snarky kind of, okay, like, who are you? You know, like, I think I face that sometimes in my life as well, where you just like encounter people who are just rude, you know, or like rude or
Yeah.
entitled. And I think there's something cathartic about putting all of that into a song and putting a thesis of like, okay, I don't really give a fuck. Like I hate everyone. Also, there's the twist of like, okay, there's one person you can relate to and one person who you actually don't hate, and somehow that becomes the strongest feeling
Mhm.
of, okay, how is it that I hate every single person, but like I have a soft spot for you, you know?
Mhm.
So I guess that's the crux of it.
Okay, I love that. No, I can totally imagine this as like just like an anthem, everybody just screaming, kind of headbanging to it.
Yeah, yeah, like a little angsty.
We love an angsty moment, honestly. What was like the like process of making this song? Because you sang it over a year ago at Moroccan Lounge, so it's been in the
Yeah.
works for a while.
Yeah, I kind of started this song in London. Like we had recorded the bare bones demo and like the vocals had always been there. I think it just sort of maybe needed some shimmer and like needed some energy. And I was really picky with this EP where before I had always just been like, just drop it. Like it's done,
Yeah.
just drop it. But I think because I was focusing on this as a project, like I was able to take a little more time with it and feel like, okay, what are actually the influences? Like, how can I get multiple people to sort of work on this together? So this was also an example of we started it with Sam Jeffreyzada, who I've been working with for quite a while. So he's done like Undercover Lover, Exciting Exotic Evil. Like he kind of has a handle on the indie rock sort of stuff. And
Got it.
then I worked with Joseph Rogers, who added a lot of the guitars and just kind of like elevated it even more. And he's worked a lot with like Beabadoobie and
Very
like Dirty Hit, which is like the 1975 label. So it was completely up his alley. Like everything that I think I had in my mind that I hadn't been able to do before, like he helped me out with. And then Scott Robinson helped me with like just gang vocals and like extra oomph to it.
Yeah.
So it had been sort of traveling throughout the year and like finally when it finished, it felt like
Yeah.
like this is what it was meant to be and I didn't have that feeling about just drop it. Now I was like, "Oh yeah, like they're gonna love this. I can't wait to drop it and it's finished."
But kind of off of that, what have been like your inspirations or people you look up to within like the music field?
Hmm. I think what's great about it is that I look to different sects of the field for inspiration. So there are like songwriters that I really love. I've always said like when I lived in Nashville, you sort of learn the Bible of like, you know, the singers that people love, the songwriters that people really love, and like the songwriting community there was really inspirational to me. I forget who wrote Take a Drunk Girl Home. It's a good it's like it's kind of a twist of like, you know, like take care of the girl. Like if she's drunk, like make sure she gets home safe, which is
Mhm.
like less corny when they write it out, but
Yeah.
I think things like that, just like songs that really hit you in your heart. That writer
Mhm.
in particular, like I love him. He's very intentional. I've always been a big John Mayer fan. I think he's been someone who I've been listening to since I was, I want to say 13, and he has continually been someone that I go back to, and his songs have different meaning for me. He sort of acts as like a North Star of there are certain songs that he has where I'm like, okay, if I can write a song like this, then I will feel fulfilled and somewhat accomplished.
Mhm.
I've been watching a lot of documentaries. So I was like watching the Elvis documentary. I was watching like I haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie yet, but
I haven't either. I need to go see it.
it's like out of theaters. It's just can't be bothered. But I think certain performers like that where it's like they lived and breathed and did like multiple shows a day, but they were also pretty chill and swag about it. I think there's
Mhm.
something really appealing about that to me.
I wanted to ask too, what do you hope like people take away from this song or just like in general, like your music and this upcoming EP? Like, what do you
Mhm.
hope people or just fans in general just take away from this experience?
I think for this one, I hope that it's relatable and I
Mhm.
hope that people also feel a sense of catharsis. And I think that a lot of people got that from Far Away, where they were like, these are my feelings like that were put into words, or oh, this really inspired me to do XYZ or like move or change my life in this way. So I hope that this sort of hits that same chord, at least in the sense of like, oh, I guess like this is so relatable, or like I have definitely felt like this, and I don't feel like there was a song expressing this before. And again, that feeling of like, okay, you can sing along in a crowd and
Yeah.
it's like fun to sing along to at a concert. Those are my favorite songs to perform as well, where you know for a fact everyone's gonna be sing, even if they can't sing, they'll be singing along.
Singing along. How do you feel like your identity ties into your music and like how does your music represent you as a person?
I think different stages of my life, I try not to think about it too analytically
Hmm.
in the moment. Definitely there are moments where I'll look back on songs or I'll look back on a catalog of my songs and contrary to popular belief, like I actually don't listen to my music that much. I think I'll just occasionally be curious in like a
Hmm.
mad scientist sort of way and be like, actually like from an outsider perspective, what does this give? What does this seem like? But I think that it definitely represents a side of me that is a lot more dreamy and romantic and just like unapologetically earnest. I think,
Hmm.
especially with the love songs that I write, it's really hard for me to be super sarcastic because at that point I'm like, what's the point? You know, I think in life,
Hmm.
like you're really sarcastic and you have all these like fronts and ironic ways about saying things. And for me, like the highest form of a song is something that's just like really sincere. So I think that part of me that maybe like you figure out once you get to know me like really well. And then also there are the songs that are just fun with like a capital F and there is, you know, that sort of like je ne sais quoi, joie de vivre, you know, if like the world is so big and like I want to do so much, or also like going off the beaten path and feeling like it doesn't matter what people project onto you or like say about you or think that your life should look like you should be listening to your intuition and feeling like okay, actually there is no limit to what I can do with
Hmm.
my life. Like I can actually do this or like I can enter a relationship that I'm not really sure about or like I can leave a relationship that I hate or I can sort of like start over and try again. um, so I think that emotional sincerity and also just the adventurousness is definitely reflected.
Yeah, I definitely agree. After listening to your music for a while, it definitely
Oh, thank
comes
you.
across like that for sure. Okay, I that's like kind of all the questions I have for you today. But also if you just want to let the people know where they can find you when your single drops, just let the people know where you're at.
Cool. My name is Isha, so it'll just be EASHA music. So at Isha Music, pretty much on every platform. So I think like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, which like okay, and then like YouTube. But yeah, you can pretty much find me everywhere with like EASHA. And the song is coming out July 31st. Yeah, I'm really excited for it to come out. I hope people really like it. You can find it everywhere, and there are like teasers all over my pages. So if you're waiting anxiously, you can just listen to that over and over again.
For sure, for sure. Thank you so much for like talking to Shebang today. We appreciate you like sharing a little bit of insight to like your process of making music, this new EP and single that you're dropping. I am so excited to hear it, and I'm sure everybody else is. Yeah, once again, thank you for being with us today.